WH what? Ugh. Damn it. Ah. Damn it. Ugh. Ugh. Ah. This. This Villian is really too much. How could he bully anyone like that? Ah. He's too strong. What should I do? Right, I still have Moonlight Goo. We are so close to each other, as long as I launch an attack he won't be able to dodge it. Ah. Ah. My hand. This Villian is too cruel. How could he do that to his own younger brother? I can't hold on, I can't any longer. Is this the end? In the end I couldn't win against him. Villian. Villian is too savage. And now he beat his younger brother up like that. He stole spiritual stones from us for a whole year. Fanzheng. Stand up for me and defeat Villian. That's right. Stand back up. Defeat Villian. You mustn't lose to Villian. Stand back up. Fanzheng, you can do it. Everyone is waiting for me. Fanzheng, this year's final examination will be your stage. Show them the prowess of a first-class talent. Everyone has been supporting me. Fanzheng, you need to conquer the shadow in your heart, and this will all depend on you. Everyone has their faith in me. How could I fall right now? How could I fall? Stand up, Fanzheng. Defeat your shadow and reborn. Fanzheng stood back up. It's the Jade Skin Goo. So it's the Jade Skin Goo. Fanzheng. 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 Brother, I've stood back up. This time I will definitely defeat you. Oh. You want to defeat me? You're not nearly good enough. He actually broke through my defense. Impossible. Cough. Why did this happen? How can this be? He broke the Jade Skin G's defense with 2 punches, this. How savage, even the Jade Light got smashed into pieces by him. Does he not feel any pain at all? He didn't even use any defensive G and used his bare hands to break the Jade Light. This is true self-harm. Not only is he ruthless to his younger brother, but he's also ruthless to himself. I will go take a look. Looks like there aren't any major injuries, but his head did suffer a major blow and lost consciousness temporarily. It's hard to believe that someone could break a Jade Skin G's defense with their bare hands and deal such a heavy blow. Villian, I will come over to treat you. His has severe injuries and his blood and flesh are indistinct. Even his bones are exposed. There are obvious cracks on his bone due to his heavy blow. Such intense pain, and Villian didn't even frown a bit. Endure it, the healing will be very itchy and painful. I will use this chance to transfer a bit of my divine senses inside to investigate his aperture. After searching his entire body, there is only Moonlight G and Little Light G on the palm of his hands. There aren't any other G. Could it be Villian did rely on his own physical strength to break through Jade Skin Goo's defense? Physical strength has already surpassed any ordinary adult, but he is only a 15-year-old child. How could he be so strong? Elder, thank you for the treatment, although it's still a bit painful, but the wound has been fully healed. Academy Elder's true goal was to search my aperture. To prevent this from happening, I placed my White Boar G and Jade Skin G in my secondary hidden cave. Can conceal itself, so I wouldn't be able to find it if it wants to conceal itself, so how could he possibly find it? To think that in the end, Villian had the last laugh. He actually beat the rank 2 Fanzheng who possessed a Jade Skin. What is there to be suspicious about? There are many people who are born with strange talents. Either super strength, or super intelligence. Think about that guy. True, when Qi Shan was still a kid, his strength was already greater than an adult's. So noisy. Looks like heaven has other plans and compensated him with strength. If I can get a Black Boar G in the future, I would have even greater strength than him. 6 months ago I risked the danger and used the Wild Boar Fangs to create a second layer of protection. IT has already started to work. Under my guidance and arrangement, Fanzheng was the first to advance to upper stage. Unfortunately it seems that this confidence he built up was not meant to last. My hard work has all gone up like smoke. Fan Yuan, you got first place with a C-grade talent, you will be rewarded with 100 primeval stones and the right to choose a new G-worm. In addition, you can join the group of your choice, say the word and you will be their new team member. I believe that no clan elder present here will have any objections. This is trouble. Once I join any of these three groups, it means I am offending one out of the three most powerful factions of the clan. I originally wanted to join Zhang He's group, but it is backed by the funeral hall elder. If I join abruptly, that is inappropriate as well. Fan Yuan, if you don't choose, I'll select for you. Forcing me, huh? That won't do. I have to choose a bad group. Why don't you join our team? We are lacking an attacker. It's the sickly snake Guy Jiao-san. Guy Jiao-san? It's just a weak team with no background. Jiao-san. The clan's higher UPS must be pretty disappointed now. Then. I shall join your group. Has Fan Yuan lost it? The temper of this Jiao-san, He refused to join the outstanding teams. 3 days later, Qingmao Mountain. The group of 5 is rushing through the snow. Fan Yuan, don't be nervous. The first mission is usually very simple. Yes. The belt has number 1 in Chinese carved on it, identifying Fan Yuan as a rank 1 Gu master. When we are on a mission outside the village, we sprint most of the time. Are you getting used to it? More or less. This kind expression of his reminds me of Ren Ziyu. Words have a certain strength but lost wisdom, leaving behind 3 G-worms. One was suspicion, one was trust, and another was attitude. Ren Ziyu caught the attitude Gu. Human, you caught me. From now on, I will be at your command. Wear me and you will be able to use my ability. What's going on? Ren Ziyu placed the G on his face, but he couldn't wear it in the end. Even if he used a rope to tie it up, it would still fall off. I understand now. Oh human, you have no heart. Attitude is the mask of the heart, so without a heart, how can you wear me? A heartless person cannot wear me. In other words, attitude is a mask to those who have one. This kind and warm attitude is nothing but Gu Jiao-san's mask. What is his real intention? The sky's getting dark. Our mission this time is to collect permafrost decayed soil. We must speed up the pace. Fan Yuan, just tell us if you can't keep up. You are a newcomer, so don't worry, we will take care of you. Was that an attempt of authoritative display? Let's go. 20 minutes later. Good to see you actually followed behind me and didn't lose pace even once. Stand straight all of you. Haven't you embarrassed us enough? Take a look at Fan Yuan, then look at yourselves. Strange, how can this Fan Yuan be so ordinary strength experienced? How can we compete with this monster? Not only did we not get any fun to watch at the expense, we are actually the ones getting scolded. This small valley is our destination. Let's split up and harvest the frozen soil. Then, we'll group up here in an hour. Kongting, distribute the tools. Yes. Rank 2 G-worm, large belly Gu. As expected of a logistics support G-master, so effective. Why is it croaking? There is so much saliva, something out? Gross. Let's set off. He is a newbie after all, rushing in like that. Is the permafrost decayed soil that easy to harvest? If he cannot differentiate it, he might collect common frozen soil, wasting his efforts. The truth is, differentiating it is difficult as well. Newcomers can only rely on nothing but their luck at first. 1 hour later. All of it is permafrost decayed soil. Fan Yuan, how did you gather so much of it? The Academy elder once said that the permafrost decayed soil is a common resource, a fertilizer created when the snow freezes the swamp. It has a tint of purple in the blackness. Being very fertile, it is often mixed in the soil to grow crops, fruits, and vegetables. The purpose of the clan behind this mission is probably to use the soil in the underground cave and fertilize the moon orchid flowers. Fan Yuan, you have done well. This way our mission is completed. Let's head back. Afternoon internal attacks. Man Jiao-san distributed the 6 primeval stones they received for completing the mission. He kept 2 for himself and gave 1 to each other member. These stones were so easy to earn. Haha. When a newcomer runs a small group, the clan would usually give a more generous reward as a form of supporting him. The reward was at most 2 primeval stones for the gathering of permafrost decayed soil, and thanks to me, it got tripled. If the snow sprinting was a test of endurance and forcing me to collect the soil alone was picking on me, then distributing the primeval stones like this is outright suffering. Why is he suppressing me? Could it be that you have just graduated from the academy and might be unclear of some things? Let me introduce you to them. Firstly, each G-master must complete at least 1 mission per month. The more you complete and the better they are carried out, the higher your evaluation will be. Secondly, the missions are distributed by the Internal and External Affairs Hall. Each G-Master can only accept one at a time. And once accepted, they must complete it. Thirdly, under special circumstances, a G-Master may choose to abandon a mission, but that will result in a fall of their evaluation also. Rank 1 G-Masters cannot do so, only rank 2 G-Masters and above can. Alright, we have completed the Permafrost Decayed Soil mission. Next, I accepted a wild deer hunting mission. The danger is low, so it is suitable for you to practice. Thank you for your concern, group leader. Little brother Fan Yuan, you should really thank the group leader properly. Although simple missions are easily completed, they reward little. The group leader's actions aim to be considerate towards you. Yeah, little brother Fan Yuan, action speaks louder than words. Why don't you thank the group leader by treating him to lunch? Little brother Fan Yuan, you just left the academy, society is complicated and human relationships are very important. If you have any question, you can ask us during the meal. Come on, don't put him on the spot. He just got out of the academy, he must be short on primeval stones. I understand what you all have said. I still have something to do, so I'll be taking my leave. To these ignorant and lowly peasants, the evaluation is the most important thing of all to me, however, it's not even worth a part. Does he actually have some comprehension disabilities? What is the meaning of this? Did he not hear what we just said? Come on Fan Yuan, don't leave so quickly, just ignore their nonsense. You are going to rent a house, right? Let us go with you, I am quite familiar with the renting situation. I am indeed going to rent a house since I cannot stay at the academy dormitory anymore. Do you have any ideas? My house? 15 primeval stones a month, no second price? Wishing to rent my house with 8 primeval stones. In your dreams. You must pay a deposit, 25%. Other vendors are doing this too. Young Master Fan Yuan, I finally found you. Your uncle and auntie have already prepared a banquet in your honor and they asked me to invite you. Fan Yuan, I think you should stay at your uncle's house. Renting will cost you a lot of primeval stones. Nanny Shenstian is right on the spot. It is as expected, those pulling the strings are uncle and auntie themselves. And this Jiao-san is nothing but their tool to suppress me. Sigh, I wanted to calm him down with nice words and keep him in the house. To think that he actually rejected my invitation without a single way to negotiate. This scoundrel is already 16 years old. If he was to request the family inheritance, what do we do? To split the assets, Fan Yuan has to apply for it, the Internal Affairs Hall has to approve it, then give him a mission to test if he has the qualifications. However, the Internal Affairs Hall's missions are sent to groups. If Fan Yuan wants to complete it, he will have to rely on his team. Dear, you are too wise. We recruited Jiao-san, so Fan Yuan won't ever be able to complete that mission on his own. Ha 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 ha. Umph. Even if Jiao-san had failed to get him into the group, I have other ways to deal with him. Perhaps the Internal Affairs Hall won't even give him the family assets mission. The snow has stopped. I believe Jiao-san will keep accepting new missions. As the leader, he will always be one step ahead of me, causing me to be unable to accept my mission, thus being a permanent obstacle. I'm here. This is the house I rented in my previous life. Back then when I got chased away by uncle and auntie, I had not even 15 primeval stones in my possession. After sleeping in the streets for several days, I found this place. I do not know whether or not there are other traps set by them elsewhere. However, based on the memories of my past life, I do know that there aren't any here at least. In order to break through into rank 2 from rank 1 early stage, I must completely destroy this crystal wall. I consumed the entire amount of my primeval sea, and I have no more primeval essence to keep crashing onto the wall. The fissures on it are closing and in the end disappearing for good. To destroy it and reach rank 2, without taking into account the unusual cases, one needs at least 55% black-green primeval essence. But my C-grade talent is limiting me, I only have 44%. The breakthrough failed. 9 out of 10 things in life never go according to the plan. And they are nothing but some wind frost. Don't be hasty, let's wait a bit more. It is inevitable that a newcomer is late, something's not right. Last night we agreed to meet at this time and place, but it's already been an hour. Why hasn't Fan Yuan shown up yet? To make our team leader and everyone else wait for him, this brat is too guilty. This Fan Yuan couldn't have already seen through our plans, right? He's not going to directly leave our team, right? You guys think too highly of him. He is merely a new graduate. He is still a young newbie. Search. All of you go search for him for me. This mountain is only so big and there's only so many places being rented out. We cannot give him time to break through to rank 2. I don't have many spiritual stones left. If this continues on, I can only hold out for 2 months. I must get my family inheritance back, and breaking through to rank 2 would be the first step. Looks like I can only use the stupid method, which is to use spiritual stones to force it. I only have 44% of primeval essence to break through the aperture walls. If I absorb spiritual essence as I attack the walls, I would need at most 4 to 5 days to break the aperture walls. It's been a day and you guys still haven't found him yet? That kid didn't rent any of the places that we recommended to him. We don't know where he ran off to. We found him. We found him. Fan Yuan rented a room on the second floor of a shabby bamboo building. It should be him. As I thought, he really did went to hide and is trying to break through to rank 2. Let's go make ourselves guests in his room and show him some concern. He is a newcomer after all, we must care for him a bit. Little brother Fan Yuan, are you there? Little brother Fan Yuan, it's not that easy to break through to rank 2. Fan Yuan. Can you hear us? Not good. Did he fall unconscious? Yes. Kong Jing, break the door open. How can this be? Where is he? This kid is stingy. He paid off a full month's worth of rent in one go and even moved so many things into here. I'm sure he must want to hide in seclusion here. Let's camp him here. The translucent white crystal wall was already full of cracks, crisscrossing each other. When there was only about 13% primeval essence left, the wall reached its limit and could no longer hold up. I've succeeded. I broke through to rank 2. I've been cultivating non-stop for 4 days and 3 nights, it was too intense. My body is going to collapse soon. My cultivation went smoothly, looks like the trap I set up at the other rental house had worked. It was worth spending those money. You finally came out? Phew, I would have really broken into your room if you didn't come out in the next few days, Senior Jiang He. To think that you'd succeed and break through into rank 2 in one go. Brother Fan Yuan, you need to be careful. Recently the wolf nest area has gotten slightly fiercer. My opinion is, don't go now. How about you stay here for another night? I got lucky, that's all. I plan to return to the village today. Run faster. Don't fall behind. The clansmen in front are fighting a bloody battle, they are still waiting for our backup. What is going on here? Fan Yuan, why are you here? You didn't know? There has been a small-scale beast tide that formed near the village. What's happening? According to my calculations, the real outburst of the wolf tide should happen next year. However, this small-scale beast tide is a subsidiary of that. The wolf group will continue to grow stronger and bigger, and this will cause the other beast groups around the area to lose their living space. Danger lurks everywhere during a beast tide. All kinds of wild beasts roam about, and most of all, a battle in the night is way more dangerous than the day. You're just a mere rank 1 GUI master, unlike a rank 2 like me. You should be careful, he. Then I will head out together with you, and once we reach the front lines I'll leave the team and return to my group. What? Cheh, who wants to bring you along? The clan rule states that GU masters that are left behind must merge into the closest group to their location. They have an obligation to continue fighting. Shi Kong, you didn't even know this? Indeed, this is the case. YMOU. Let's go, you follow us. Why do we have to drag him around? He's just a rank 1 GU master. We're near the beast tide. Kishay, start scouting. Yes. There are 3 medium-sized animals right ahead of us. Suspected to be wild deers. Drive them away. A group of medium-sized creatures suspected to be turtleback apes. A middle-sized creature, suspected to be a white tiger. It's found us and is quickly approaching. Engage. Found the sickly snake group in front. They are currently engaged with a wild boar king. Wild boar king. If I want to combine GU worms, its wild boar tusks would be the most suitable. He, I'm just afraid they aren't. Go support them. We still have to send a certain someone back. Go support them. Red python, entangle. Looks like the wild boar king was injured in the first place. Do you guys think this wild boar king would have a black boar GU inside? So it's Lord Kishan. There's no problem here. Yeah, this wild boar king is yours. Support them. Yes. Yes. Struggle. Assisting over, let's go. Fan Yuan, you're finally back. Hurry and restrain the wild boar king. The spider web is going to break soon. Don't worry, Captain, I can restrain him for a bit. Good job. As long as I delay Fan Yuan's growth, I would be able to get a fortune from GU Lidong. He won't be able to break through to rank 2 if he gets hurt. Anyway, there are so many medium wild beasts around, I'll borrow this opportunity to injure him. Yes. Very good, Hijasin, go plant the corrosion blood grass GU. Het. Having killing intent on own clansmen goes against the traditional moral values of the clan. But I don't have these values in my heart, I'm going to retract my hand. Good thing I utilized my jade skin goo in time. Other than some back pain, there aren't any other major injuries. Fan Yuan, didn't you say you could hold on? Fan Yuan, you bastard. You got Waxen killed. I really didn't do it on purpose. But I couldn't hold it. Fan Yuan, I will deal with you later. Kong Jing, quickly take out the knife scale web. Yes. Titans. What a waste of his fur. We finally got him. Let me help you guys. Moonblade. Web breaks. Holy shit. Fan Yuan, you idiot. Look at what you've done. You're an actual pig teammate. You shut up for me, you're not allowed to help anymore, go stand on the side for me. Captain, please believe me, I really didn't mean to do it on purpose. Yellow poison spreading. My good sister, please treat my leg. Died, why don't you go die instead? I didn't want this to happen either. What a pity the wild boar king is dying. After this battle the sickly snake group would be greatly weakened, and they will be at their lowest state. If I want to kill them I would need to borrow the beast tide, but what a pity. To have wasted such a good opportunity. All of you come here to dissect the corpse quickly, we will retreat after taking the spoils of the battle. I don't have much spiritual energy left after suppressing the boar for so long. It's the wolves. A wolf pack. The lightning wolf pack actually appeared. Damn it, it's not time for the wolf tide yet, isn't it? Retreat, forget the wild boar king, we need to leave this place immediately. Captain, wait for me. I don't have a goo that increases my speed. I might be able to escape. Taisan and the others basically have no primeval essence left. Even if they have speed goo, they won't be able to outrun the lightning wolves. I will hide inside the belly of the wild boar king first and use her body to block the entrance and cover my body. To think the first beast tide would have lightning wolves. The clan would definitely send reinforcements. As long as I hold out for a period of time, I would be spared. Jiaosan and Kong Jing should be dead by now. They don't have much primeval essence left, so they'll get slaughtered by the wolves. There are only very few people who can choose the best decision under the pressure of death. Even if all of wild boar king's flesh is eaten and exposes my hiding location, there are 5 wolves at most. There's a greater chance for me to survive. I just need to hold on and fight against time to recover my primeval essence. Roar. The rescue team is finally here. As I thought. There were lightning wolves outside. Phew, we've finally defeated them all. Healing goo masters, go investigate the casualties. D dead. She died to cardiac arrest because the lightning wolf's bite causes electrical currents. She's dead. As a man, why did you hide behind a woman? The truth is, she competed for the inner spot with me, but I won and I feel very fortunate about it. If you feel that I have committed a crime and caused her to die, you can report it to the punishment hall. I'll take it. Damn it. Calm down. Even if you report it to the punishment hall, our clan won't punish him for it. Damn it. A boat encountered trouble, a man grabbed onto a wooden plank and was temporarily saved. At the same time another man swam over, but this wooden plank can only hold the weight of one man. The first man pushes the second man away in order to stay alive, even if it means the other man will drown. The rescued man was taken to court for trial later but was declared not guilty. This is the wooden plank incident on Earth. Meaning, under forced circumstances endangering another person's life in order to save oneself is no crime. Even if the healing goo masters report it to the punishment hall, I will not be punished for it. Oh. This is Jiaosan and Kong Jing's corpse. Not bad. In this way, other than me, the other 4 people from my group have died. This means I would have fewer restrictions on me. Ugh. Ugh. So he didn't die yet. What a stubborn life. Hurry, come treat the injured. This way. What should I do? The healing goo masters are nearby. There's no doubt I would place a price risk for killing him else. Should I let Jiaosan go like this? What should I do? The healing goo masters are nearby. There's no doubt I would place a price risk for killing him else. Should I let Jiaosan go like this? Covers. Little lad, I am a goo master from the medical hall, let me take a look. Skuram. Little lad, my condolences. I know how you feel right now, and I know how it feels to see the clansman that you lived with die in front of you. My apologies, but the clan needs to retrieve his goo worms. Once a goo master dies, his goo worm will be treated as an inheritance for his inheritor. Taking it for oneself is against the rules. He's already dead, but, There isn't any goo worms. I don't mean it that way. People cannot come back to life after dying, so you must live on and live well. You suspect I was the one who took the group leader's goo worms. You're right, for the sake of those who have died, I have to live even better than before. Internal Affairs Hall, we're very busy lately, come back 3 days later to receive your family inheritance mission. Brother. Today is the group memorial assembly. Guy Yujinsu is dead. Jinsu lived with us for a year, we should go together. Oh, did she die too? But dying of old or sickness are both normal events. Once you've seen it enough times you will feel indifferent to it, you guys go. I don't have time for it when it comes to death. It does not discriminate between beauty and ugly. He simply doesn't have any feeling for friendship. This guy. He's so cold-blooded and heartless. Brother. There is a rumor going around lately. Fan Yuan only survived because he used his female Goo Master teammate as a shield. How shameless. In order to survive, he doesn't care about not having any manners as a man at all. Only superficial people would be angry when cursed at and be happy when praised, but these are just the way bystanders look at you. Those who care about what others think of you are destined to let fretful people. Only weak-hearted people would be afraid of being rejected. In a world of martial arts, groups' thoughts are weak. That's the way in this world, devil runs amok. What? That kid is already a rank 2 Goo Master and even applied for the inheritance mission. I told him to come back and collect the mission in 3 days. I can only stall him for so long, and that is my limit. I specially came here to give you a heads up. I'll take my leave now. Don't be in such a rush, brother. There are still some things that I need you to assist me with. Brother Dongtu, you're too polite. Rest assured, I will prepare the toughest mission for Fan Yuan. This Fan Yuan is only a C-class talent. How did he break through to rank 2 so fast? Jiaosin and his group died to the beast tide as well. Not good. This kid's luck is too absurd. I need to prepare for the worst. Collect honey wine? This mission. The Goo Master must possess a defensive type Goo worm in order to collect the honey wine. Looks like they are trying to bully me with the fact I have a lack of defensive Goo, but what a pity. He failed. Moonlight Goo can fuse with 2 little light Goo to become a rank 2 Moonglow Goo, and White Boar Goo can fuse with Jade Skin Goo to become White Jade Goo. Fusing a White Jade Goo is probably a wiser choice, but if the fusion fails, my financial resources will be on the brink of collapse. Goo Masters use their Primeval Sea as the base, and Goo Worms as a method. Goo Masters also have to refine, nurture, and use Goo through fusion. You can obtain many different kinds of Goo and one of a higher rank. Fan Zhen, you are already a rank 2 Goo Master, it's about time you refine a rank 2 Goo Worm. You have a Jade Skin Goo and Moonlight Goo. I will teach you how to fuse these 2 Goo into a rank 2 Moon Raiment Goo. The most important thing about fusing Goo is parallel thinking, and fusing with your consciousness. After hours of continuous effort-controlled fusion. Keep this up and throw primeval stones into the light. Yes. Continue throwing until the rank 2 fusion is complete. Damn, I forgot to maintain the fusion of consciousness. But be careful, you cannot fail too many times, otherwise your Moonlight Goo and Jade Skin Goo will perish. Chunkaiu Cicada is still very weak. I can only use its aura to suppress other Goo worms and increase the efficiency of single refining. As for fusing, it won't be of any help. I don't have much primeval stones left, it's only enough for 1 fusion. Whether my fusion succeeds or not, my finance will be on the brink of collapse. The current situation is like being about to fall off a cliff while only able to grab onto some wild grass at the side of the cliff to stop myself from falling. What I can do right now is to use this lifeline and climb up the cliff with all my might. No matter what happens, let's do this. White Boar Goo, Jade Skin Goo. Fuse. It's about time to add the Wild Boar King Snowy Tusk. I finally succeeded rank 2 White Jade Goo. This whole process wasn't simple at all. By adding the Snowy Tusk, it increased his success rate by 20%. 10 days later, Inner Mountain, Underground Rock Forest. Safely Stone Monkeys. Just. White Jade Goo's defense is just like Jade Skin Goo, they both require a continuous source of primeval essence. The next clue left by the Flower Wine Monk is most likely linked to the most central area of the stone forest. Jijiji. Jade Stone Eye. Second secret room, the new White Jade Goo, is similar to Jade Skin Goo, they both consume jade rocks. I only have 2.5 primeval stones left. It is time to go to the Internal Affairs Hall and turn in the inheritance mission. I relied on this Jade Skin Goo a few days ago, and endured the bees' attack to gather the honey wine. Ah! My toy. Sorry. Please forgive us for bumping into Goo Master. Don't cry anymore, you troublemaker. It was only a small matter, I don't mind. Don't be afraid, it's fine. Thank you for showing us mercy. Thank you. Today I wore this Goo Master uniform that I haven't worn for many years to frighten Fan Yuan. I need to make him give up his inheritance mission no matter what. What? He actually broke through to rank 2. Only C-class aptitude, but he has already broken to rank 2 at 16 years old. His success should be attributed to his liquor worm, but it's a pity that it won't be of any use once he reaches rank 2. This kid acts so calm. Does he think he has me trapped within his palm? About what? Fan Yuan, let's have a talk. Do you know that I am different from you? I became a Goo Master at the age of 15. During that time it was the actual wolf tide. There was a large number of casualties and students like us must fight on. I had B-class talent, I reached rank 2 initial stage at 16 years old. At that time, I thought I would reach rank 3 by the age of 20. I didn't know how high the sky was at that time. The year I reached 20 years old, I went out to do a mission and was beaten by a Seong village's Goo Master, but after that my aptitude got crippled, I became C-class talent Goo Master. I couldn't recover from this shock for a whole 8 years. I picked myself back up at the age of 30 and retired at the age of 45 as a rank 2 Goo Master. 100 Goo Masters petitioned to elect me as a clan elder dozens of times. Even though I only had the cultivation of a rank 2 peak stage, I felt like I had already achieved success. Fan Yuan, you're just like the me from back then. You believe you can accomplish everything by yourself, but sometimes in life, we need to lower our heads and take a step back. You have no hope in completing this mission, just give up. Fan Yuan, if you give up on your family inheritance, you will receive my friendship and you can use all my connections. Uncle, you don't wear those clothes often, right? A Goo Master's clothes would never be so clean and neat. They are filled with blood, sweat, and dirt. Only when it's in shreds and patches would it be a real Goo Master's clothes. Uncle, you're already old. These years you have lived an easy life and it has corrupted your heart. What do you think is inside here? Where did you get those honey wine from? Could it be you completed your mission on your own? No, that's impossible. You don't have any defensive Goo worm. Uncle, you're such a sad person. You're bound by rules and regulations. The water bag is clearly only a few inches away from you. Why don't you have the courage to steal it? I will give you 1,000 primeval stones. Number 2,000. Number 2,500. Fan Yuan. Fan Yuan. He grew old indeed. He was injured at his 20s and he was old then. Brother Dongtu, there is nothing more that I can do for this matter. The results are already set in stone. This is the list of inheritance inventory. Please don't make things difficult for me. Is there really no other way? Damn it, you can't do this. This is all ours. Husband, say something. Without these assets, what are we going to have left? Nosy bitch. The clan rules are there, do you think you cannot return them just because you don't want to? Dumb and ignorant. Return all these things, I will return them all. Not a thing less. But I cannot stop the internal affairs hall, but I can still deal with you. Don't think that everything will be fine once you get these inheritances. Umph. To think that this inheritance is so rich. Over 10 mu of farmland, 8 family servants, 3 bamboo buildings and a wine tavern. No wonder uncle was so persistent, thinking of all ways to stop me with these assets, not to mention 7 Goo worms. I can raise more than double amount of them. But what's more crucial isn't these family assets but this grass Goo. After I refine the 9-leaf vitality grass, every piece of leaf torn out would be a vitality leaf. It's a rank 2 Goo worm that has medical effects. Infusing primeval essence into the vitality grass can make them grow more leaves, meaning, this 9-leaf vitality grass is a gold mine. This is one of the most important assets of them all. It is still far from spring, but my spring has already come. This is my wine tavern. Young master, please take a seat. Not bad, although the store is a bit small. Are you the shopkeeper? Alright, bring the accountant book over, I will bring it to you along with some tea. Young master, it was the previous landlord who personally came here to retrieve it. We didn't dare to resist. Why are there missing money? Young master, mercy. I won't bother with past matters, forget it. Your wages are somewhat low. From today onward the waiter's wages will be raised by 20% and the shopkeeper's wages by 40%. Work properly and you guys will get more benefits. Young master, thank you for your generosity. You're basically the benefactor in our new life, please take care. Young master is compassionate, I will definitely work hard. Use might alongside mercy, this is the only way the top controls its subordinates no matter in which world, but these ways to control people are all unorthodox methods. Only raising one's own strength is the only true way. These 3 bamboo holuses were well operated by a Lint and uncle along with the rent. Although the income brought by these 3 bamboo holuses weren't as much as the wine tavern, but the difference wasn't much. Since rebirth, I have been drifting like a rootless dickweed. Now that I have these family assets, it's the same as having some footing. Next would Beto line Arth the flower wine monk's inheritance and cultivate to rank 3 and traverse the world. Brother, come down, I need to talk to you. So what of A-class talents? He's merely a PAMN used to fight for the family inheritance. Truly insignificant. Oh. What kind of person am I? Brother, you're too much. To think that you're that kind of person. After our parents died, it was aunt and uncle who adopted us. I didn't think you would forget their grace so fast and return favor with revenge. How strange. This inheritance is mine to begin with. What is there to be say about revenge and favor? This inheritance is from our parents. We should at least leave some for aunt and uncle for their retirement, right? Half of the servants at home have already been retrenched, they can't afford them anymore. Brother, how could you be so heartless? Just with the profits at the end of the month of the wine tavern would be enough to afford those servants. Looks like they are only pretending to poor so Fan Zhen would come and cause trouble. My adorable little brother, you have already acknowledged them as parents. You have lost the rights to the inheritance. I know. That's why I came here to challenge you to a war match. We'll decide the victor on the arena if I win. Please return a portion of the family asset back to them. It seems that before this Linkle and specifically ordered you to do that. However, as someone who have listened to me before, do you have any confidence to win against me? Today is not the same as yesterday, brother. Moon Raiment Gu. This time I have successfully refined a rank 2 Moon Raiment Gu. You won't be able to pierce through my defense again. So it really is the Moon Raiment Gu. How foolish of you revealing your trump card like that. Moon Raiment Gu is a rank 2 GJ worm with defensive properties. Although its defense is slightly lower than the White Jade Gu, it could assist others in defending and have greater contribution towards small group fights. But did you think I didn't expect this? My persistent little brother, of course you can challenge me, but have you gotten the approval of your teammates? He needs air approval to not affect group missions. You might as well go back and ask your leader Glivokingsha first. I will be waiting for you guys at the Eastern Gates Wine Tavern, brother. I will go right now. But let me tell you, this delay tactics are futile. Wine Tavern. Have a seat. Fans Hung, go take yes. As troll around, I have something to discuss with your brother, Gayokingshu. I know about you, Fanyu, and you are a very interesting, smart person. I will be direct with you. I want to buy your liquor worm. How much are you willing to sell it for? Gayokingshu, a truly talented person, but what a shame. In the Wolf Tide a year later, the northern gate would fall. In order to protect his clan members, he stepped forward to block this gap. He forcefully used a rank 3 Gu worm while only having rank 2 cultivation and successfully defended the village. However, his aperture was destroyed because of this, and in the end he turned into a treeman and died. The liquor worm can only refine rank I green copper essence, but you are already a rank 2 GLI master. The liquor worm has no use towards you anymore, so why keep raising it for no reason? You want to fuse a rank 2 white chrysalis and then fuse a rank 3 mist perspiring butterfly, right? Liquor worm's true value lies in refining primeval essence. If you go through this fusion, won't you find it a pity? But what he doesn't know is there's another secret recipe to fuse this liquor worm, which is also the best route. First is to fuse the liquor worm to a rank 2 4 flavor liquor worm and then to a rank 3 7 fragrance liquor worm. Both have the ability to refine primeval essences. However, it's not easy to fuse a 4 flavor Gu worm. This fusion requires TMO liquor worms, and secondly it requires 4 types of wine. Fanyu, and if you sell the liquor worm, I won't let Fan Zhen challenge you to a Gu battle for lose if we fight. Family assets. Fights are unpredictable, however Fan Zhen already I will lose, has a rank 2 Moon Raiment GLI to definitely lose. Not only will I lose so miserably that I will personally hand over my parents' inheritance to him, and from then on I will sleep on the streets and wander about begging in the village. This is a treat. Fan Zhen is being raised as the next clan leader. If it was made known that he had recognized others as his parents and used his cultivation to bully his big brother and snatching his inheritance, then there would be a devastating damage to his reputation. But you won't do that. How will you cultivate if I give up your inheritance? That's why I believe you will give up the notion of buying the liquor worm and also persuade Fan Zhen to not challenge me. Am I wrong? Tisk. Interesting, we will do just that. I failed to refine Moonglow Gu. Luckily it was not the Moonlight Gu that died but the Little Light Gu. I can just buy another one from the shop. It's easy to replenish. Once a Gu worm gets injured, the chance of successful fusion will drop drastically. I will wait for them to recover before trying again. 3 days later, I finally succeeded refining a rank 2 Moonglow Tea. Finally succeeded in Gu. Its power is 3 times that of a Moonlight Gu. Thousands of millions of years it was because of this disgusting failure rate that caused many high-ranking Gu masters to waste their effort and go back to square one. The only way to succeed is to slightly carve this failure rate. And that is Vital Gu, and Chunky Cicade is my Vital Gu. These are the primeval stones this time. Please confirm it. Here are the vitality leaves. Jianja. 1,2,3. 9. Indeed itis 9 vitality leaves our grass gill is in high demand. Why don't you produce more? Vitality leaves each day, we can earn much more. That's true, you're a wealth person already, there's no need for you to work so hard. No, creating 9 leaves is already my limit. It is wasting a lot of my cultivating time already. I need to fuse the liquor worm no matter what. Without the liquor worm my progress will be slower by at least half, but to refine it for flavor worm I would have to wait for the caravan to come. I need to replenish my GLI worms. I still need a movement type and recon type gill. Once I have these it can cover up my weakness and at least improve my fighting strength by 3-fold. Owner. Not good. Someone is causing trouble again. It's Gilmonsi. I heard he specializes in defense and has great strength. He is current Limon Shidrook's group leader. Listing his loss as a glorious fame, what fear is there for these kind of people? Lord. This Monsi is one of the few people who managed to escape from Bai Ningbing. He cannot be underestimated. Puh. What kind of wine is this? It tastes like horse pee, yet you dare to sell me this? Umph. I must be compensated. I was in a good mood before, but now you guys have ruined it. You have to compensate me at least 2 primeval stones. My lord, please be appeased, this servant will give you the best wine free of charge. This is the 3rd time. Let's watch first. I already looks like Herd Monsi has the owner of this retired elder wine tavern has backing him up. Offended some people sigh, let's not drink here. You're Fan Yuan, right? Junior, you're scamming my money. I will give you a chance to repent and apologize in public. As long as you apologize and bow to me I will let this matter go. I walk my talk, I will do as I promised. That's right, if Fan Yuan apologized he would no longer be able to raise his head and anyone can come over tossed upon him. Such a dirty move. But if he doesn't apologize that would be the same as disrespecting his seniors and he will be ostracized by the whole community. Yeah, he's stuck with 2 difficult decisions. Advay I holy smith this. It's Saikan glow gats moonblade. Monolith god. Fan Yuan, what are you doing? He didn't even say anything and immediately went for a fatal isn't he afraid attack? Of killing that is Monsi and definitely not paying for his moonlight goo crimes? But the moonglow goo. What the fuck, he went for it again. You. Fan Yuan, you can't kill me. If you kill me you will be arrested by the punishment hall. Why you can't kill me? I won't kill you. Damn it, damn it. If I was on guard, if I wasn't caught off guard and were injured from the start, how could he? Ugh. But I can cripple you, breaking one of your arms or legs. You will spend the remainder of your life in bed and you will no longer be able to execute missions again. This pair of eyes. This pair of eyes. Damn it. God damn it. If I had flipped the monolith GLI, how could you possibly break my defense? Break me defense? Oh, in that case I shall not kill you. Once you've fused your monolith GLI we can exchange moves again. Ha ha ha. In the future you can bring a tint of excitement to my life. Why haven't you scrammed yet? This white-clothed young man was none other than Bai Village's #1 genius, Bai Ningbing. Back then he was only a rank 2 Gu master but he could already kill a rank 3 elder. I didn't think I would encounter these pair of eyes in my own village. You can scrawl now. In this moment Jianja finally understood why Fan Yuan had such an achievement. Because he was never the same kind of person as himself. March King Mao Mountain Caravan arriving early. Ha ha ha, brother Jiafu, you're quite brother Glio. How early this year have you been? This time I have brought many precious goods. I believe that the noble Gaiyu clan will have lots of needs. It just so happens that the day after tomorrow is our clan's awakening ceremony and I would like to invite brother Jia to attend it. Actually there is also another matter. Itis regarding Jia Jinshen's matter. I have especially brought over a few investigation experts from my clan. I hope that you can make things more convenient for us over the course of our investigation. Looks like Jia Jinshen's death had caused Jia Fu to fall into an awkward and passive situation in the competition for his family inheritance. I heard Jia Fu had a squabble with Jia Gui in public which erupted into an intense fight. The scar on his face could very well be a trace from that fight. Caravan's Gu Treehouse, a grasswood Gu known as 3-star cave. Trespawn's first floor. What is actually a liquor worm? Seriously. They are only selling it for suprimeval stone. Liquor worm. And I was worried about not being able to find a second liquor worm. I didn't expect fate to send this liquor worm to my doorstep. Looks like I can only purchase it fair and square like this. Grandma, this liquor worm only needs 500 primeval stones. Grandma, tomorrow is the awakening ceremony. Why don't you gift this liquor worm to me? Fine, if my good granddaughter wants it then I will buy it for you. Gaiyu Yeji. She is our clan's #1 healing Gamaster and had saved many clan elders' lives before. She has a strong network inside the clan. Good granddaughter, the liquor worm here can't then let's buy be bought like that. Go buying me a pen and paper immediately. If your price is the highest among all the bidders then this liquor worm will belong to you. So it's like that, how interesting. Grandma, Will this price be enough? It should be enough, but life is unpredictable. Perhaps someone might put a higher price than me, but if someone does put a higher price than mine, then they would be bidding too much. Don't worry, this liquor worm will most likely be ours. Sigh, let's go. Looks like I have in no fate with this liquor worm. Just tossed in a paper. Sometimes your chance is just right in front of you, but people will still choose to give up. I still have a chance. Guy Yaji, just now you purposely said those words to scare away your competitors. A mere old woman who had lived her entire life in King Mao Mountain wants to obstruct me from obtaining my liquor worm? Old woman, you're far too tender. Grandma, what goo is this? This is a white silver relic goo. It can only be used once and can instantly raise a rank 3 goo master's cultivation by a small realm. This goo should at least sell for 50,000 primeval stones. Alright, let's head back to the first floor reception desk. The results for the liquor worm should be out. The price is 30,000 primeval stones. So expensive. 30,000 trim eval stone. What? The Liao worm has been bought by someone else. Umph. Who's so bad to Yakel snatch away my precious liquor worm? Yale. I know the rules. I only want to know what the final price. My apologies, but we can't divulge our customers' information. Each business has their own rules, please forgive me. I am really sorry, but the price is also confidential. But the final price was definitely the highest now, among all bids. You can leave, I will handle the rest. So it's Lord Yaji, and this must be your granddaughter, right? She looks intelligent and sweet. How about this? Since Lord Yaji wants to purchase Algorworm that badly, then I will make the call and secretly transfer another liquor worm over. But my lord, you should also know how precious a liquor worm is. As for its price, we're willing to sell it based on your bidding price. I am not looking for a bargain. The price will be the same as the price of the previous liquor worm. Then what is the price so high that you are afraid that I won't be able to afford it? This. Of course I don't mean it that way. Sigh, alright, then we'll do like you say. Here's the price. What? It's only 2 primeval stones more than US. The second liquor worm is already in my possession. Right now only need 4 types of wine: sour, sweet, bitter and spicy wine. I am only concerned about the bitter wine at the moment. Right now I only lack 2 goo worm. A scouting type and a movement type. The wolf tide will attack King Mao Molantain in the upcoming year and the caravan won't come again. I need to make preparations for it before that happens. I cannot lack cultivation or goo worms. I bought a black boar G1 earlier. The black boar G1 can increase the fundamental strength of a G1 master, and the black boar G1 and white boar G1 can superimpose on each other. 7 days later, treehouse second floor. If I can obtain this red steel relic goo, I would be able to increase my cultivation to middle stage. It's a red steel relic goo. The price is only 3000 primeval stones. Hurry and make a bid. The final price of this red steel relic guy will definitely cross so primeval stones and could even reach UPTOB000 primeval stones. I need to obtain this red steel relic guy, but I don't have enough primeval stones. 3000 primeval stones. The sale time of this red steel relic GLI is 1 day only. To gather large amount of primeval stones in a short period of time, the CNLY way was to mortgage this wine tavern and bamboo building. How can I sell it within 1 day's worth of time? Wait a moment, perhaps there's one person who can. It's you. Home. Greetings to young master Fang Yuan. Welcome home. Fang Lian, you still dare to come here? You traitorous scoundrel, how did we raise you? Did your conscience get eaten by a dog? I came here today to sell my wine tavern and bamboo building. I wonder if aunt and uncle are interested in it? Pa. You traitorous wolf, what good intentions could you want possibly have? You to sell your wine, want to sell your wine tavern and bamboo building? Building. Speak another word of bullshit and I'm leaving. I believe other people would also be interested in these assets. Better get uncle here to discuss with me. Fang Yuan, I will be frank with you. Why do you need to sell your wine tavern and bamboo building? Because I want to buy a red steel relic goo. So it's like that then. Do you want to? That is impossible. I sell your 9-leaf, only want to sell the vitality grass GLI building, the land and the 8 servants. Will you die if you stop talking? Shut up for me, husband. That lad got stupid from cultivating. He actually sold away such a profitable business. Don't get too who knows what complacent. With this will happen in wine tavern and bamboo the future? Building, we need to keep a low profile more than before. A huge tree will attract wind. For a red steel relic GLI, Fang Yuan was able to sell his assets to give up just like that. Would I and abandon his be able to do the future comforts like that? What a great resolve he has. I wonder who will I think it's Moyan or win this red steel kishin. With this red relic steel relic they would be at the same level as Jingshu. This afternoon someone saw Lord Yaji cast in a bid. Looks like Lord Yaji is preparing ahead and paving a way for her granddaughter. Young Master Fang Yuan, please head to the 3rd floor, Lord Jiafo would like to have a chat with you. Young brother Fang Yuan, we meet again. Greetings to Lord Jiafo. Each of your bids are very close to the final price BYS, including your bids for these past few for the red steel Gutunder. What advice does Lord Jiafo have for me? This. I am greatly honored to receive Lord Giafu's kindness, but I do not wish to leave my clan. Little brother, are you interested in working for me? Little brother, you have misunderstood me. 1 year agot. Did have doubts about you, but after using the bamboo gentleman your suspicion has been cleared, and T will tell you another good news. T have already hired the divine investigator the killers. There are no inscrutable mysteries in his eyes. Divine investigator the killers, this will be troublesome. I wonder when this divine investigator will arrive at King Mao Mountain? About this. The divine investigator is very busy. From his reply, it might take the year after. Take this insignia with you in the future if you decide to work for me. This is proof that I will welcome you anytime. 1 year ago, I befriended Jia Jinzhen in order to borrow his identity because I had wanted to participate in the Gu fighting competition. There are a lot of benefits in that. In the end I had to kill Jia Jinzhen, but using Giafo is the same. This token will be my future entry ticket into the Gu fighting competition. Moonlight Gu. I would be able to shoot out 8 moonblades if I can successfully fliss the 4-flavor liquor worm and refine my primeval essence. The stone monkeys are just like a hammer, and I am the NGOT that just came out of the cauldron. With every heat of the hammer, the more sturdy, refined and compact they become. I killed 41 jade eye stone monkeys with this time 3 moonblades. That is almost half of them. Finally reached the last pillar. Looks like there is a monkey king living inside this cave. The sickly snake group killed a wild boar king, the king of 1000s of beasts. That wild boar king can control up to 1000s of wild boar, and this monkey king is only the king of 100s of beasts. It can only control up to few hundred stone monkeys at a time. Rank 2 initial stage primeval essence is ineffective here. Looks like it's time to use this red steel relico. I can give this monkey king a shot with rank 2 middle stage cultivation. Second secret chamber. It's time. I successfully advanced to rank 2 middle stage. My primeval essence is more condensed than the light red initial stage primeval essence. To a Gu master, higher cultivation meant stronger fighting force and better survival rate. At the same time there's a higher chance of you completing more missions, therefore earn more stones. 30 minutes later, Central Stone Forest. The Monkey King hasn't shown itself yet. Could it be there isn't a Monkey King inside this group? It would no doubt be the first one to come out if someone infringed on its territory. Wait a moment, maybe it's already here. A vital goose warning. It's the Monkey King. White Jade Goose Shield. There is actually a wild concealing type Jillworm residing in the Stone Monkey King. I don't have any detection goo. I am at a disadvantage all of a sudden. Damn it, he concealed himself again. I don't know where he is hiding right now. White Jade Goo, all of my primeval essence will be used up if I continue to maintain this state. I need to retreat for now. Right now the best retreat path is to run into other stone monkeys' territory. Running into other monkeys' territory so the monkeys would fight each other instead. And throw the stone forest into chaos. But the Monkey King is still chasing after me relentlessly. Even if I can react to his attack in time, I won't have enough time to make a counterattack. I only have a bit over 10% primeval essence left. Even if I am able to enter the second secret room and close the stone door, this Stone Monkey King can just break down the door and enter. The Stone Monkey King is hiding somewhere, waiting to deal a fatal blow to me. Where is he hiding? Since I took this risk, then I should be willing to give up my life. My only chance is the moment where the Monkey King attacks me. I have to grasp the opportunity and shoot the moonblade at it and kill it instantly. I shall trust the Chang'e cicada once and bet on this chance. On the left. Don't even think of escaping. Tosses clothes away. Now is the time. Although the Jillworm could grant stealth, it cannot hide the blood. If my guess is correct, it should be a rank I stealth rock goo. Turn into stone fast. As I thought, it is a stealth rock goo. Scram. The cave below the stone pillar should be the next clue, but what a pity, I don't have any detection goo and my current condition isn't so good. Haste brings no success. I have achieved my goal now that I have found the inheritance clue. It's time for me to head back. July early autumn. 3 days ago, a river-swallowing toad appeared near the village by the foot of the mountain. If we ignore it, the village will be constantly in danger. So I would like to ask all of the elders present, if you have any good ideas to drive this toad away? If this news gets leaked out, we can't say for sure if those with evil intentions might not secretly go provoke this river-swallowing toad to harm our Gaia clan. Elder Killian is right. If the river-swallowing toad floods King Mao when that time comes, the mountain, the wolf lair's wolf tide will break out before its time and we will be submerged and will have to fight with for their survival. The countless of wild beasts wolf hordes will move for the space at the top up the mountain in order to survive. When the first generation ancestor had just established the village, a rank 5 Blood River Python attacked the village, but the first generation clan had killed it. Compared to the Blood River Python, This river-swallowing toad is much more adorable. It has a warm temperament and is harmless to ordinary people. Only if it senses the aura of other goo will it be alert, and it will only get mad if it receives serious injuries and spit out a river. But these are all just rumors. This is too important, we can't afford to be careless. I still want to send out a group of goo masters to test it out first. For something like this, you need to include someone from our chief family, and if he can't do it, then I'm afraid no one among our clan would be able to do it. If so, then we'll have Kishan's group go there. Shopkeeper, a few days ago I asked you to gather information regarding the bitter wine. Is there any progress yet? The bitter wine you asked me to look into, someone had drunk it in the Bai village. Its ingredients is a type of conch found in deep ponds. This type of conch is completely black with circles of white lines on its shell resembling a tree's growth rings. We call it a bitter shell. The bitter shell swallows the sands and stones in the water, dissolving them and forming bitter water instead. It is used to create bitter shell wine. It has a unique bitter and fragrant taste to it. That being said, bitter shell wine. Servant thinks that, even if the Bai village does possess it, there wouldn't be much. Alright, you can leave now. There is nothing for you here, young master. Can you please buy this wine tavern back? Once the old owner comes back, all of our wages will be deducted by half. It's very hard for us to support our families. I have already sold this wine tavern to him. I don't want to run this kind of tavern business. You can go now, Blit. Young master. We really can't live on like this. Please show some mercy and have pity on us. Do you really think I don't dare to kill you tactless fool? Get lost. There will always be a group of weak people who will beg the strong for charity. They would act shameless and don't know any better. Weaklings should have a weakling's pride. They need to accept their fate as a lowly slave or try to work hard while keeping a low profile. Did you know? Something huge happened. You're talking about that river-swallowing toad, right? Right now, who doesn't know that is a rank 5 GLI? If it isn't dealt with properly, I'm afraid our entire village will be in crisis. River-swallowing toad. That river-swallowing toad probably fell asleep, then drifted along the Huanglong River and accidentally entered a tributary, reaching the foot of the King Mao Mountain. Zhangfan was a family servant who single-handedly took care of a fishery for his master. One day, a river-swallowing toad arrived at the coast with its belly side up, lying in the water, asleep the entire time. Around 200 years later, in my previous life, there was a special legend about a G1 master named Zhangfan. Zhangfan tried everything he could to try to push this toad corpse away. But he was just a mere mortal. How could he possibly move something as heavy as the river-swallowing toad? Zhangfan's master was stingy and cruel. If he could not meet his monthly quota, he will lose his head. Although he knows he cannot possibly move the toad, he would still go to the toad corpse to hit and punch it, and cry and yell at it every day. Gradually, Zhangfan became more frightened and enraged. But who would have thought this immovable toad corpse would suddenly make up one day? The river-swallowing opened his eyes half asleep and stared at Zhangfan. Toad, oh Toad, you are just like me. With only one last breath left in you, you're about to die too, huh? The river-swallowing toad remained half asleep and half awake and continued laying there like a corpse. After a long time, Zhangfan finally regained his composure and climbed on top of the river-swallowing toad's belly to lay down. He looked towards the sky. Old toad, to think that I'm going to die first. Being able to know you must be fate. I hope you will live well for the rest of your days. Finally the deadline was here. Zhangfan came here to give his farewell. Tn Zhangfan thought the toad was dying cause its belly was up and it's always sleeping. LOLSXP. Old toad, oh old toad. So you can actually move. I wouldn't need to die if you had moved sooner. At this moment, the river-swallowing toad started to move with its belly side down and back facing upwards. It had finally woken up. The river-swallowing toad ignored his words. With half of its body submerged into the water, it opened its mouth and started to slurp in the river water to satiate its hunger. The river-swallowing toad looked at Zhangfan one more time and suddenly burped. Its stomach expanded and contracted, its mouth opening wide as it vomited out a large amount of seafood. I'm saved, I'm saved. This seafood is enough for me to hand in 3 months worth of quota. Old toad, oh old toad, it is all thanks to you. In this moment it seemed like the sky was raining seafood. The village found out about the existence of the river-swallowing toad and formed many large teams. They wanted to chase away the river-swallowing toad. It carried Zhangfan on its back and vomited out a stream of river water that engulfed the entire village. This battle startled the entire southern continent. Zhangfan doesn't have any aperture at all. He was only a mortal, yet he had a river-swallowing toad. His existence stunned the entire Goo Master world. Zhangfan built his own village at the previous village's location. He was endearing to people and sympathized with mortals. He aspired to create a village with equality and without oppression. In the end he was still assassinated. Having a rank 5 river-swallowing toad did not truly turn him into someone powerful. He was not a Goo Master after all, and after his death the river-swallowing toad left. With his mortal self, Zhangfan challenged the entire society's control. He will naturally attract the Goo Master's anger. I wonder if Zhangfan will still appear after my influence in this life. What? If even Kaizhang can't do it, then who else in our clan can? It seems we have to get reinforcements to push awake this river-swallowing toad. Clan leader, this junior has something to report. Can you grant me a brute force longhorn beetle goo? With this bull's strength I should be able to push away this river-swallowing toad. You absolutely cannot use a goo worm's strength. A goo worm's aura will only make it feel threatened, and if it rampages about, who would be able to take the responsibility for it? That's right, if we use goo worm, even if we wake up the toad we still cannot get its approval. It has to be a single person, using his own strength to wake it up to get its approval. In that case, I will recommend someone to the clan elders. That person is stronger than me. Kishan, don't keep us waiting, quickly say it. Oh, who is it? That person is Gil Fanyuan. Gil Fanyuan, isn't this the kid who sold his family assets and bought a red steel relic goo a while back? But in terms of power, his strength should be less than yours, right? That kid is truly strong. Previously, at the arena, he was able to break through Jade Skin Goo's defense in 2 punches and took the championship. Elders, perhaps you might not know this, but Fanyuan didn't only buy red steel relic goo, he also bought a black boar goo. I saw him moving a huge rock in the mountain to measure his strength, so I know his strength definitely won't lose to mine. Alright, send a compulsory order, have Gil Fanyuan try his strength on the river swallowing toad. This kid is too stubborn, rebellious, and unruly. If he fails, we can use this pretext to give him some punishments. Fanyuan. Fanyuan. Are you there? Let's go. The clan has already given a compulsory order, we'll speak as we go. So you were here. We're here. Fanyuan, it's up to you now. Can you do it? If one must rely on their own strength to move this river swallow toad, it's not completely hopeless. It's just I need your help. How can I help? If we do this, wouldn't it be teaming up? Even if the river swallowing toad does wake up, will it still acknowledge you and willingly leave? As long as you guys keep distance and not let it detect you, it will naturally be possible. After all, it's just a goo worm. First, I used the white boar goo and the black boar goo to enhance my strength. Having the strength of 2 boars, I should have the strength of 5 to 6 adults. But I won't be able to push awake this river swallowing toad alone. However, if I can borrow Kishan and other people's strength, I can do it. It's here. Slowly moving. Jiangmarangs. Absorb with mouth wide open. You succeeded. What a spectacular sight. Wow. He vomited out so much seafood. Strange, why is there a wine smell? That should be the 100-year bitter shell. The bitter shell can turn the sand and rocks into bitter water juice and can turn into wine. My family's current leader loves to drink this bitter wine. Not too long ago I was still racking my brain on how to obtain this bitter wine. I didn't expect it to appear right in front of my eyes. Looking for something, spending lots of effort, it appears in front of you when you least expect it. I've collected 6 bitter shells. I can start refining the 4-flavor liquor worm now. We actually succeeded. What, we actually scared it away so easily. If I had known this earlier, we could have done it ourselves. But now we let Fanyuan become a hero so easily. Good. Good. Very good. Gaiyu Fanyuan has the credit of chasing away the river swallowing toad. We'll make it an exception to promote him to a team leader and reward him with 500 primeval stones. Gaiyu clan, not long ago, the Govu clan was like these King Mao bamboo evergreen all year round, the overlord of King Mao Mountain. Now they are actually falling behind. Once the wolf tide is over, King Mao Mountain's old structure will be shattered. Bai Ningbing has already reached rank 3 in only a couple of years. It's truly terrifying. Xiangli Xiong family's rank 2 Gu master. Group leader, we still have a long way to go. Why are we stopping here? We are here on a diplomatic mission. This area is already the warning area of the Gaiyu clan, and we will probably be treated as enemies if we boldly enter. We have 2 objectives this time. One is to hand the clan head's personal letter to Gaiyu clan's head. Another is to investigate the matter regarding the river swallowing toad. Clan leader, someone's here. Xiangu. Kishan. Humph. Looks like you are Xiong village's special envoy this time. That's right, has the special envoy from the Bai village arrived yet? Why ask so much? Follow me. Meanwhile, second secret chamber room. Sour, sweet, bitter, and spicy 4 flavors of wine. Sweet belonged to golden honey wine, spicy was white grains wine, sour came from red berry wine, and bitter was from bitter shell wine. I need to keep tossing primeval stones inside 1 piece, 10 pieces, 50 pieces. Now I have to add the golden honey wine, bitter shell wine, and white grains wine, and let these 4 flavors fuse together. Every piece of primeval stone that I toss inside will cause a ball of white light to shrink by a bit. Until it condenses to the size of a fist, reaching its limit. I've succeeded. Phew. My luck isn't so bad this time. I succeeded on my first try fusing Govorms. Once you reach rank 4, rank 5, their success rate would be less than 10%, and by rank 6 their fusion success rate would be as low as 1%. However once succeeded. The benefits are extremely high. This 4-flavor liquor worm can refine rank 2 primeval essence and can increase it by a small realm. Battle strength will also double lip and it can nourish one's aperture at the same time, which in turn increases one's cultivation speed. Next, I need to fuse the Stealth Rock Gill into Stealth Scales Gill. The Stealth Rock Gill is only a rank 1 goo. Once it advances to rank 2 Stealth Scales Gill, it can conceal a Gill Master's clothes as well. Village entrance Kishan, you are indeed blessed with super strength, but I have a brown bear innate strength goo and I possess the strength of a bear. You are no match for me. You want to get the title of the strongest in King Mao Mountain? Dream on. What are you proud over defeating me for? I am no longer the strongest person in the clan. If I have skills, then speak after defeating Fan Yuan. Teal. Oh, Fan Yuan. I heard an A-class genius emerged from the Gaia clan and his name was Fan Zhen. So who is this Fan Yuan? Fan Yuan is Fan Zhen's older brother. He also possesses strength-enhancing GLI worm. Previously he was the one who single-handedly pushed away the rank S river swallowing toad. Rank 5 river swallowing toad. Fan Yuan. A rank 2 initial stage, 4 moonblades can be shot out. By middle stage, 8 moonblades can be shot out, and by lipper stage, the amount will doubled again, 16 moonblades can be shot out. I cleared up 3 stone pillars within just 2 days. I am doing this much faster than before. I should be able to reopen a path to the central area in about 1.5 months. The underground cave in the central pillar should be the next barrier. It is highly likely that there will be another earth treasure flower GLAT the barrier, but he was seriously injured. After all, I'm guessing there will be 2 more obstacles remaining at most. There are probably 2 more earth treasure flowers left. I hope there is a scouting or movement type GLI worm inside one of them. Early winter, first snowfall, the crippled wolves have started to move around the village. I have to gather their wolf skin teeth, and so on. Although their market price is low, it could be made lip by quantity. In this world, not only humans but all living things are struggling to survive. The world is using life and death to unfold a brilliant stage. The wolf tide will break out soon. I must obtain a scouting or movement type GUI, otherwise I will fall to the wolf tide. Fan Yuan. Do you know that Xiangli from the Xiong clan has been looking for you to compete your strength these days? I know. Xiangli isn't competing with you as a mere competition. In reality, it involves the alliance of the 3 clans and how to distribute each clan's interests and profits. These days the 3 clans are at a stalemate due to that. I have competed with Xiangli before. He has the brown bear innate strength and the grand bear goo. Together he has the strength of 2 bears. I am no match for him. You are also not his opponent, but you cannot lose because you were the one who woke up the river swallowing toad, the hero who saved King Mao Mountain. Once you lose, our Gaia clan's interests will be compromised. So for our clan's interests, please discard your personal honor and dodge his challenge. Sacrificing one's reputation for their clan is only natural. But this all started because of me. I will compensate you for it as a 50. My reputation is only worth 200 primeval stones. I tried to console you with kind words earlier and have you avoid this challenge, but the truth is this is an order from the higher UPS in our clan. I hope you understand your position. In order to get the greatest benefit, the Gaia clan has already leased the event of me chasing away the river swallowing toad as a chip in negotiation. And in order to get rid of this chip, the Xiong clan sent Xiangli to challenge me. I did not want to compete with Xiangli to begin with. One's so-called reputation is merely praises from others. This chain that binds people has captured many heroes and genies in the past. But I have to thank Kishan for sending me Zoo primeval stones for no reason. You want to buy the black boar goo? I have already gained the strength of a boar, so the black boar goo has no value to me anymore. Black boar goo's best advancement path is the steel main goo. Although it is a goo with both offense and defense, but Tom already has the white jade goo. I have no use for it. I might as well exchange it for a fish scale goo. Fish scale goo. I know Yalaka defensive goo worm. The fish scale gill can be flished into a rank 2 scale armor gill. It can provide good defense. The black boar gill is more valuable than the fish scale gill, so if we exchange it you must compensate me the naturally. Difference in price. Are you really not selling the liquor worm? It's useless to you already. Don't mention the liquor worm again, it's not for sale. Do you know Gliuyale? She is the granddaughter of Medicine Hall Elder Gliuyaji. She once tried to buy a liquor worm in the treehouse but didn't sleeked. Lord Yaji really wants this liquor worm for her granddaughter and is willing to pay a high price for it. She even promised that if you get injured in the wolf tide you will receive special treatment from the medicine hall. So it's like that. Since Yaji is so insistent on buying it, why don't she find the goo master who bought the liquor worm? Sigh, we don't know which clansman has it. There has been no news on that person. No matter what, I am not giving way for brother. The liquor is this liquor worm already less to you, why cling onto it? Granny Yaji is very kind. She will take good care of the liquor worm. Why hold onto it and don't let go? Aren't you being a bit too petty? My good little brother, are you lecturing me? This liquor worm is mine. Even if it rots in my hands you have no right to dictate what I do with it. Looks like bringing Fan Zhen here was a bad move. These brothers have a poor relationship and are always at odds with each other. I've shot myself in the foot, Fan Zheng, go outside and take a stroll. Either way, I cannot understand you on this matter, big brother. I don't need your understanding, Fan Zheng. There is another matter, it's regarding the 9-leaf vitality grass. The 9-leaf vitality grass is not for sale, I know, this is personal and is related to my group. I hope you can supply the produced vitality grass to us. Of course, we will pay you an appropriate compensation for it. Then SKTY 5 primeval stones per leaf. What, even our clan is only selling it for go primeval stones, finding it expensive, after per leaf. The wolf tide, the clan will tightly control resources and the vitality leaf will be in high demand. By then the prices will soar again. Looks like my price had scared him. He is underestimating the wolf tide severity too much. During the wolf tide the price of the vitality leaf will skyrocket to over 100 pyramivals a piece. Right now I need to accommodate with the situation and gradually raise the price on Shij will definitely come back. January Winter Alliance Slope, 3 Clan Alliance meeting. Bai Ningbing is already a rank 3, he is definitely, I wonder which one not among is Bai Ningbing. Rank 2 GJ Masters. I remember that 3 years ago on the Alliance Slope it was Bai Ningbing who first stepped out and started the GLI battle. In just 3 short years, he became a rank 3 clan elder. Thinking about this makes me shudder. The 3 clan alliance will pull together in times of trouble. For the Gu battle tournament, in the spirit of competition, competitors shall stop before fatality occurs. Let it begin. Who will be the first to step out this time? It's Xiangli's group. Damn it, the Gaia clan isn't going over. Are they trying to bully our Bai clan? Xiong clan Xiong Jian. I want to challenge brother Bai Benji among the Bai clan's younger Gu masters. He is only inferior to Bai Ningbing. He wants to challenge a stronger foe. Can he do it? Xiong Jiang, you dare to challenge me? You have some courage. How do you want to compete? You specialize in attack. How about this, I defend and you attack. I will give you 3 attacking opportunities and we will compare the results after. Xiong Jiang, you are still a rank 2 Gu master. Do you really think you can block my water drill Gu? Ahem. We wouldn't know Linlix, we try, right? Come. Rain 2 roaming zombie Gu. Cough cough. Then take this. Rank 2 Wasser drill Gu. He. How can that be? It's the Shadow Bond Gu. Seems like I won, brother Bal with this Shadow Bond GL, no matter how much injury I receive you will have to take 10% of it while you are a pure attacker and you have poor health, so even 10% of the damage is deadly to you. You won't be able to take it? Too unscrupulous. Absolutely sinning and shameless. To think that he had a Shadow Bond Gu senior by Benji. Was completely outplayed. Kalch. Good, very good, you planned well with such great tactics. I lost. I'm flattered. If we really fought, the final winner would still be brother Bai. The Shadow Bond Gu's range is limited. I hope brother Bai can take good care of me in this upcoming wolf tide. Of course. Xiangl's group is having a good start. He. Who is Fan Yuan? Please step out. I heard you chased away the river swallowing toad alone. Why don't we have a contest of strength? To challenge our Gaia clan now? Shit, it's Xiangli stepping out this time. Chasing away the river swallowing, oh. He actually toad alone, oh my, came out? God, that's a rank 5 GUI. Chasing away the river swallowing toad is merely coincidence and luck. It is nothing hard. Being targeted by Xiangli, he is in big trouble now. Fan Yuan, looks like you can't avoid it anymore. You can only go ahead and battle. Oh yes, that's so. I hope you would generously advise me. I admit defeat. He doesn't even have the guts to fight. Admit defeat? He actually admitted defeat. I didn't hear wrong, right? He directly admitted defeat. That is admitting to your own cowardice and making your own what? Clan lose face. So it's like that. I didn't think Gaia clan's warriors were only like this. In my memory, Jingmao Mountain's 3 villages barely survived the wolf tide, but the accident 2 years later would completely destroy them. What I need to do right now is to Lisa this time to improve myself as much as possible, then leave this clan to avoid this fatal disaster. Xiangli, how about sparring with me? Oh, brother Kingshu, how do you want to compete? Let's compete on your strength. If you can break away from my green wine's binding, I will admit defeat. Good slogistion. I already have the strength of a bear, and with the strength increase from Grand Bear Gu, I possess the strength of 2 bears. Although the green vine is touched, but with the strength of my 2 bears I have absolute confidence that I can break away. It's here. Please. Hey brother Jingshi, looks like I'm going to win this match. We're not so sure about that, Rise. Damn it. The vines are becoming stronger and the broken vines are growing back and reconnecting together. The twisting force Slitten lie increased by more than 10 folds. Grand Bear GUI strength of 2 bears. I admit defeat, you let me win. As expected of Senior Kingshu, big brother can't compare to him at all. Senior Kingshu, you're the best. As I thought, it's the wood charm goo. Using the wood charm goo could let one battle as a tree spirit. During battle the goo master can directly absorb the natural essence in the air to replenish their primeval essence. Wood charm Gus fusion advancement can be said to be one of the most extravagant advancement role ites. It is a rank 3 goo that needs to fuse with 100 years lifespan goo to advance to a rank 400 years wood charm goo. Then it needs to fuse with 8,000 years lifespan goo to advance into rank 5,000 years wood charm goo, but rarely do goo masters use this recipe. The lifespan goo streamline precious. Normal goo masters will directly use the lifespan goo to increase their OMN lifespan. The wood charm goo is powerful, but it has its own weaknesses, and that is GU masters can't decide for a long period of time. Using a wood charm goo for too long will transform their body into wood. In the end they will turn into a wooden corpse. In my previous life, Gil Kingshu had died in this way. The true battle has just started. Moyen, I challenge you. Come, Seong Jiaoman, I will have a match with you. The alliance gathering ended successfully. The Gaya clan, Bai clan, and Seong clan all temporarily reached an agreement. First, the three clans will temporarily put aside their grudges and resist the wolf tide together. In times of danger, they will assist each other, and internal killing is prohibited. An investigating battle group will be set up. Secondly, a battle merit board will be set up. With a small group as a unit, the ranks of these groups from all three clans will be shown every moment. A lightning wolf's eyeball can be exchanged for IO merit points. These merit points can be used to exchange for GLI worms, Pyramidal stones and other resources. First place, second place, third place. The top three positions in the merit board showed intense competition. Almost every day, the top three positions will have some sort of change. This was not just for one's own glory but also for the reputation of their clan. Winter left and spring came. All living things are growing once more. Another pack of wolves are quickly approaching. Stealth scales goo. I can easily dodge these lightning wolves because they laser their eyes and not its nose. Having the stealth scales G doesn't mean I am completely safe. It is merely a good life-saving trump card. There are still many other goo worms that can detect. Gradually the stealth scales goo appear. Why is first place still Bat Clans by Bingyi group? Let me see. By Bingyi is first place, Kingshu's group is second place, XIO and Goo's group is third place. My group, is rank 137. It changed. It changed. Kingshu's group is now first place. They pushed by Clans by Bingyi to second palsy. Lord Kingshu, you are indeed our number 1 rank 2 goo master. Big brother, you are still alone. No wonder you have been at the bottom of the ranking since the start. Only by removing your prejudice and fusing into the masses can you feel the warmth and happiness of the clan. Spring is here and many lightning wolves were busy mating. When summer comes, the truly energetic and healthy wolves would attack from all directions, causing great damage and deaths to all three clans in my memory. This year's wolf tide reached as everty like never before. It would soon surpass history and most of the goo masters will die. What truly stalls a person's success is not talent but their mindset. Those who want to surpass humanity's achievements must break through this restraint. Sadly, most people are trapped by their mindset and unable to move forward. They would even use this chained collar as a symbol of pride. Stone Forest entrance. It has been over a month since I last came here. I have finally reached the end. There are some carvings on this stone door. Golden Centified's cave is precarious. Gaken communication. Is the way to an ID the desert? If this is what I think it is. Found it? It's a rank 2 grass goo, also known as the Earth Communication Ear Grass. This Earth Communication Ear Grass is for scouting. It had appeared in a great time and is perfect form. This Earth Communication Grass goo has a great advantage. It could scout lip to 300 paces. This range is the best among other rank 2 investigative goo worms. With this goo, I can ascertain the situation during the wolf tide easily. I might be able to achieve some of my goals during this wolf tide. Moreover, this Earth Communication Ear Grass is easy to feed. Food is ginseng roots. But heaven is fair. You can't use the Earth Communication Ear Grass by just refining it. You need to pay a certain price for it. If I am not wrong, then on the other side of this stone door is a dangerous territory. I would need to use this Earth Communication Ear Grass to avoid those danger. No matter where, how could one gain anything without paying a price? Fanyuan's room. Moonlight, the most filled night. The dagger shines with a cold light. If not for the harshness of the winter, how could we look forward to Thring? This way, I have a recon type goo. The root extended to the stone door and stabbed in rather slowly. The Earth Communication Ear Grass can hear noises UPTO a 300 step radius. There is only a scrabbled and confusing noise inside the cave. I need to push open this stone door to know what is going on. You have some use now? Within so steps I can only hear the deer's footstep and heartbeat. Within 70 steps, I can faintly hear some sound waves. These are some crawling sounds of centipede. The deer had encountered a bunch of centipede. The deer is being attacked by a bunch of centipede. The deer laid on the ground rolling and struggling. After a while its heartbeat stopped completely. This sound is a rank 3 wild goo worm chainsaw golden centipede. It's over 1 meter long. The breadth of 2 fists. It suddenly crawled up. It crawled over to the deer's body, opened its mouth to eat the deer blood and meat. The centipede has 2 sharp chainsaws on both sides of the body. When it got to the deer bones, it coiled its body up and leased its chainsaws to lightly grind against the bones, turning it into powder easily. Even the white jade goose defense cannot endure this chainsaw golden centipede's attack. It seems that the flower wine monk's intention is to make me Lisa this earth communication ear grass goo to avoid this golden centipede, but I have Shenkai cicada, so it's not completely impossible to subdue this chainsaw golden centipede. I am only rank 2 middle stage right now. It is possible to subdue this rank 3 chainsaw golden centipede, but it's still too early. Firstly, the higher rank the goo worm, the more expensive it is to feed it. Secondly, they become harder to use and is more costly to activate them. After my testing, my guess has been affirmed, but I stand no chance right now. Why don't I slow down and give it some time? This matter cannot be rushed. Dark clouds covered the sky, casting shadows over Jingmao Mountain. Kill. Tisk. I have almost leased lip all of my primeval essence. Right now I am only rank 2 middle stage. I don't even have 50% of primeval essence in my aperture. LOOCKS, like it's not enough after all.